Hi guys, and welcome to Excel Data Organizer. How it works is if I select any of these items here and I click on add, then it asks me to add it into sheet 1, 2 or 3. Let's assume I select sheet number 3 there and click on OK. The feedback is now telling me item 5 has been added to sheet number 3. If I click on OK, and let's assume we just close this and go to the spreadsheet itself, sheet number 5. Look at it right there. So what I'm going to do is, you see this sheet number 3, let's run the program again just to prove to you guys. I'm going to select item number 7. Let's click on add, select sheet number 3 and just click on add. There we go. Look at that. Okay, that is how it works. And for your information, this is at a request of one of my viewers out there. Click, there we go. And you just want to know how to do something like this. Let me show it to you. Can you do a tutorial about 3 data sheet and ListBox where to transfer the item selection with one user form? So I believe that's what he wants me to do, and that's what I've just done in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start all over. Let's put one of these together so that you see how it was done. I'm going to close the previous one and let's start a new project. First of all, I'm just going to save it right away. Save file, save as, and just dump it somewhere on my work area. There we go. Change that to Excel macro enable. Save. Okay, it's actually called book 3. That's okay. Now in here, I'm just going to enter add data to sheet number 1. Okay, that's for sheet number 1. So let's create another sheet. Click on add, that's sheet number 2, and let's add one more. Click on add again, that will be sheet number 3. There we go. So I have all my sheets in there. I have up to 3. The next thing I'm going to do is click on developer tab. If you don't have your developer tab, all you need to do is go to file, select options, and you then select customize ribbon. Once that pops up, all you need to do is you see the developer, make sure it is checked and then click on OK. You should be able to get your menu right there. Next, you select Visual Basic. You know, add Visual Basic, and in here you come into insert. Now select UserForm. Let's just drag this down much. And I will come in here now, just grab one of the tools. That's the tools there. Add a button. No, that's a text box. A button. That's a button. Add one button there. And a list box. Yeah, that's fine. Once that is done, you can decide to just change the font size of both components. Let's come in here and just increase it to something you guys can see. Okay, that's fine. This very button, then maybe we should just enter something for the button. We can call it add data. Add data. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, and I'm also going to give it a name, CMP add. Okay, so that's the name, CMD add. And this list box, let's say LST display. There we go. So that's the name of the list box. So if I double click on the form, what I want to do is the data that I want to be displayed on the list box, I'm going to add them in here, but I have to change from click to initialize. Let's come in here and change the events to initialize. There we go, data initialized. I'm just going to say listbox dot items, and the first item we can just say add. Let's add item one. Okay, add item one. So that will do. Now I'm just going to copy this and add more items. So let's do more. So we can add about, let's make it 12. So this one is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There we go. So if I run it now, the 12 items should be displayed here. Look at that. Alright, so let's increase this so that you guys can see it's much more better. Now double click on the add button itself. So right here, first of all, I'm going to declare the following. Let's say selection, or let's say selected item as string. And another variable, I'm going to say dim worksheets. Let's say WS name as a worksheet name, as string as well. And I'm now going to use an if statement to check if an item is selected in the list box. Let's say if the name of my list box is called if LSE display dot list index, and if that is equals -1, then we now want either a message box. Let's okay, message box. So please select an item from the list. There we go. Else, let's call that this message box. Let's exit sub and end if. Yeah. So that is my first one. Let's come in here. The next thing is I'm going to store the selected item from the list box to my workbook. So let's come right down here and just say selected item. This one's selected item, and I'm going to say equals the list LST display equals LST display dot value. Then we're going to prompt the user to select a worksheet. So this is my worksheet in there, and I'm using 3, so I'm going to say worksheet that is going to be equals using an input box. So let's just say please enter the worksheet name, and the worksheet name I'm going to just give it as let's say sheet number 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. Okay, run that up, and I'll just enter select worksheet here as the title. There we go. Next, and I want to use an if statement to check if the user select a valid worksheet name. So let's come down here, and I'm just going to say if worksheet name equals worksheet 1 or sheet number 2 or sheet number 3. So let's just copy paste or sheet 2 and or sheet 3 as well. So change this to 2. Okay, if it's equals, let me grab this, and 3. Let's change this to 3. Then we want to add the selected item to the worksheet. So we just say with this workbook dot sheet, and that is going to be worksheet name. There we go. So we can now come down here and just say dot cell dot row, and we'll have one row. So and count. So that is to increment it by 1 if I end up selecting more than that. I will just say end x1 up, xl up. Yeah. And we also want to offset it and say offsetting it by 1 dot value, and that is going to be equal selected item and width. If not, we can just say message item select equals has been added. So let's produce a message. Let's display a message that will say message box. We'll just say selected item and has been added. So that's the message, but that will be displayed once you add the value added to, and the worksheet's name. Else, we want the message box just to display an invalid. Let's say MSG box display invalid data. Maybe something like that. Invalid worksheet selected or invalid sheet name. Please enter, let's say worksheet 1, 2, or 3. Worksheet 1, 2, or 3. Please enter worksheets 1, 2, 2, or 3. Change that to 3. And this is all. And this. There we go. Right. That is it all done. Okay, so look here. That's wrong spelling. That was supposed to be value. There we go. Okay guys, let's try out what we put together. So that's initialize, and that is the command that we actually added to the worksheet. So I'm going to run it. Click on run, and let's select maybe item number 10, and let's see if we can add that to worksheet number 2 right here. So click on add, and I'm going to specify worksheet number 2. Click on add. There we go. Look at it. Item number 10 is added to worksheet number 2. Okay, let's say we want to add another one, and I'm going to enter invalid. Nope, that is invalid. So let's add to worksheet number 2 again. Click on OK. There we go. Look at that. Alright, so that is fine. Let's see the other worksheet if there's anything in there. Nothing in 1, nothing in 3. Okay guys, so let me add something in worksheet number 3 for you. just to prove that it's working as you want. And I believe I've done what you want, man. So I'm going to click on add worksheet number 3. There, add. Let's add more. Let's add maybe 5. Click on add. Worksheet number 3 again. Okay. And that's it, man. I believe I've answered your suggestion and I hope you like it. So I'll be happy if you can subscribe to my channel. And you have a nice day now. Bye for now.